What's up, everybody? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your buddy. You're good. What's up, everybody? It's your buddy Mitch. What's up, What's up, everyone? It's your buddy Mitch McSteamy here from San Diego Punk.com. I'm here outside of the Casbah about to interview T.S.O.l, so stick around. What's going on, guys? It's your buddy Mitch McSteamy here from San Diego Punk, and I'm here with T.S.O.l. What's up, guys? How's it going? Now, first off, for our viewers, go ahead and say your name, what you guys do in the band.
Ron Emery, I play guitar.
Greg Keane, I play keyboards.
Mike Roach, bass guitar.
Your guys' newest album, The Trigger Complex, kind of been out for a while now. But I was curious, when you look at albums like Divided We Stand, it's a totally different sound. Now, was there any kind of conversation that kind of wanted to go to that sound, or did it kind of happen organically when you guys were in the writing process?
It always is different. Every record's different. So
Whatever happens, whatever.
I mean, Jack, it was Jack's vision, I think, but the initial thought was to think about things that we grew up liking, the stuff that encouraged us to play. That was the earliest writing thoughts, prior to even anything being written, was, the Gen X, or Buzzcocks, or The Damned, or, and The Damned is a theme throughout our stuff anyways, but nonetheless, that was the thought, doesn't mean you end up there, but it did end up in a good place, so.
No, I agree. I thought it was a great album. A lot of you guys have been sober for quite some time now. Do you think, because of your sobriety, have you found a different perception of the punk scene? Do you think it's changed at all since you've been sober? Have you noticed anything more while you've become sharper? What are your guys' thoughts?
I think it's just being sober makes us be able to do this for this
Right.
long. That's really the main thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean,
There again, Jack may have a different perspective on it, I don't know, for me, it made me at least be able to be present, like they were saying. I wouldn't be here. I'd be probably in prison or dead, or certainly wouldn't have a guitar.
yeah,
Or it wouldn't be mine.
it wouldn't last more than a
And it
show.
wouldn't last enough time where you need to go buy something else.
Almost 19 years ago, I'm the baby in everyone here. I got sober last, but we got asked to play some awards thing for some art show, LA Punk Rock Award thing or whatever. I mean, it was really funny. They gave us a piece of plywood with a vinyl record with glitter glued on it, and an index card that said, "For the outstanding achievement in punk rock." That was our award. But I thought about it recently, like before that moment of, can you guys come play a few songs? And I was like 6 months sober. I had never played a single show sober, ever.
oh, yeah.
So I didn't know I could even play sober or what it would be like,
I remember because X played after us,
Yeah.
and John Doe came up after we played and said, "Good set, rock and roll." And remember that guy got his nose broke, the light trellises fell down, chaos. But I remember doing that show, because I was only, so if you're 6 months, I had a year and a half.
Yeah.
But it was like, I was like, wow, that was fun. I'd forgot, that was really fun.
Yeah, that was in 1999.
What a trip. So it's kind of that reintroduction of like the high of being on stage minus all the shit to get you to that point.
I never played sober either, or not consciously.
Yeah.
I never even thought about
I
it.
really thought about it, but I just reflected on it just recently, like, because I work with a lot of people that are troubled and whatnot, and there is a creative process of being a fuck up, I mean, there is. I got some really talented homeless people that don't want to give up drugs, but I keep putting guitars in their hands, and they keep freaking coming up with great stuff, but they have no desire to live any differently, And for me to live differently was seeing Mike. We've been best friends for a long, long time. And to see when he got out of prison and seeing him do normal things like making a cup of coffee and getting on a bus and going to work and coming back, I was just scratching my head, man. I'm like, that's not Mike. That's
Who is this?
But you know what? He was humble in doing it. You know, he was going and making $20 or $40 a day, and he would come home and he'd still have the money. You know, I mean, that was chump change, throwaway money. You know, at any time of our using careers. But you know, on the music side of things, you know, it was very refreshing to play sober and one show realize that we can do this.
And then to elaborate a little more, we did get a tour, the Social Chaos, I think. So a headliner fell out, and we got offered this big tour. Now we were still brand new, and at first it was a little rocky road because Jack having to deal, even though as spiritual and as together we finally thought we were brand new, and he had a decade plus sobriety at that point. So it was a little bumpy in the motorhome at first, you know, but the conversation and also the being friends forever and like interests and like situations and experiences, but also, you know, Jack had something we wanted at that point. That was, he obviously knew how to stay fucking sober, you know, which we didn't, or not, you know, we weren't sure, we're brand new, you know, so we had fun, I think, on those trips, right? Those early trips.
And just on a side note, he's still absolutely insane, but he is sober and he does work well with others. He works well with others.
Now, since we're going back, do you guys remember your first band that you ever played in?
Absolutely, yeah. Mine was the Hoods, Roaches,
Accidents.
the Accidents.
Yeah. Played with the Flyboys and a band from San Diego. I forget what the band was called. There was a big band from San Diego we played with.
Not the Skulls. That was at the Skull Club. I remember going and seeing you guys in San Diego. Anyways, the Hoods played with Jack's band and Todd's band, Vicious Circle, and we all started playing at the same time together. You know, all of us. And well, except for Greg, he was a little before us probably, playing wise. But we all started playing instruments at the same time, and we just ended up in the same area, skateboarding or surfing or whatever, and decided we were going to start playing music together. You know.
Yeah, we finally ended up as a three-piece, and then we did a show at the Cuckoo's Nest as a three-piece.
Yeah.
Played the EP probably, right? And then decided if we wanted to go farther that we needed a vocalist. And Jack had been around. We'd seen Jack. Everywhere I went, he was there, and he was wild and seemed like he'd be a good vocalist. And we went over to approach him at his mom's house, and she told him, "Don't hang out with those boys; they're trouble." And he came around, and then the rest is history, so to speak.
I had this band called Attack. It was a bouncer from the Cuckoo's Nest. This kid Gil was the singer, and Alfie Agnew played guitar when he was about 13 or something. Yeah. So it's the old days, man. But I was before I joined the band. I'm a couple years younger than these dudes, but I was a fan. You know, I used to go see them at the Cuckoo's Nest and other shows. Just like, fuck, man, it was nuts. So I was really. To get to join a band I was a big fan of was crazy, you know. So
and then it was cool because I lived, I don't know, about less than a mile away from where Greg's parents lived. So you know, we kind of started hanging out and goofing around. He had a garage converted into a rehearsal room.
Yeah, my dad was nice enough to. My parents gave me the garage. Yeah, had like a little 10x10 room in the garage.
A room inside the garage. Yeah,
that was cool.
Now, guys, this has been awesome, but I have one final question, and it is, do you have anything to say to all these fine people in San Diego who came out to see you guys play tonight here at the Casbah?
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out. We haven't been here in a while, you know, on our own show, you know, and it's always fun to play here, especially here.
This is a great
We've
club.
known Tim forever, you know, since we started playing here. I mean,
Yeah, we had a wild night that first time.
ago.
Yeah, but thank you, San Diego. We love San Diego.
Yeah, it's a great city. It's good to be down here and remember what a cool place it is, because it's been a minute.
If you could just do something about the buzzy noise on stage, you know, every time I come here, I'm like, what in the world, man? I just played earlier today and there was no noise at all. But it's, you know.
They crank it when all the people get up here, too.
Punk rock.
It is punk rock. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here with me. This is Mitch McSteamy, and you're watching San Diego Punk. We'll see you next time.